Rachel Harper's world unraveled in the span of a single breath. It was 3:17 a.m. when her phone buzzed with a message so devastating she could barely see the words. "I'm so sorry, it happened with Mia." The text glowed on her lock screen like a neon sign of doom. In that moment, the soft hum of the refrigerator, the distant snore of her golden retriever Sunny, even the soothing hush of the air conditioner, all became a cruel mockery of normalcy. She bolted upright in bed, sheets tangled around her legs, heart pounding at 1,000 beats per minute. The acrid taste of fear filled her mouth. Had she misread the signs, the late-night calls, the secretive glances at Mia's name, the lipstick stain on David's collar she'd dismissed as imagination? Panic blurred into fury so sharp it felt like broken glass in her veins. Her bedroom door creaked as David Matthews stepped in, eyes red-rimmed, mouth quivering. In one glance, Rachel recognized the shape of his guilt. "Rachel, His voice cracked. She waved him off. "Don't." The single word carried the weight of a gunshot. David's shoulders slumped. He folded into silence, pain etched across his face. Rachel's hands shook as she tapped her phone to read the full text thread. "David, Mia and it's more than friendship. I never meant to hurt you." "Mia, I love you, David. I didn't plan this either." Her vision narrowed. Everything before those messages, every laugh over coffee, every whispered, "I love you," felt like a lie. She moved on trembling legs to the bathroom mirror. Reflection, pale face, dark circles, eyes glittering with unshed tears. She pressed her palms to the cool porcelain sink, the water's tap still wet from her routine nighttime wash, but tonight, rinsing wouldn't cleanse the betrayal coursing through her. Behind her on the bed, David's muffled sobs spoke of regret, but Rachel heard only the echo of broken vows. "I'm so sorry," he repeated. The apology slid off her like rain on oil. "Just go," she said, voice hollow. "Leave." He froze. For a heartbeat, she wondered if she'd gone too far. But then he turned, footsteps echoing down the hallway as she slumped against the sink, tears finally spilling. In the pale light of early dawn, Rachel replayed their life together like a film ending in ruin. Their first meeting, a chance encounter at a nursing conference, his laughter lighting up the lecture hall. Their wedding, her radiant smile beneath lace veils, David's solemn vow to stand by you always. Monday mornings, coffee made just the way she liked it, notes slid under her windshield. Sunday dinners, family laughter echoing in their dining room, Mia's voice weaving through their stories. Now each memory felt poisoned. Rachel's chest tightened with a grief so sharp it made her gasp. "How do I breathe?" she wondered, vision blurred. She forced herself out of the bathroom, determined not to collapse into despair. In their shared office, she opened the top drawer of David's desk. Inside, Mia's favorite book, small sketchbook with her doodles, a coffee mug she'd left behind last week. Items mingled, as if in conspiracy. Rachel's fingers closed around the mug's handle, and she flung it across the room. The crash of ceramic on hardwood was a righteous echo of her fury. Later, Rachel sat on her couch, knees drawn up, draped in a robe. The TV flickered local news, anchors chattering about morning traffic, but she barely registered it. David approached, holding their wedding album. "Please, just listen," he pleaded. She cut him off. "You don't get to explain, not now." He set the album aside and slid down beside her. "I love you," he whispered, voice raw. "I made a terrible mistake." Rachel closed her eyes, tears burning. "You decided you loved someone else instead." David nodded, shame deepening the lines in his face. "I know." "Then I don't know what to do," Rachel admitted. Her confession sounded strange, half plea, half accusation. David reached for her hand. "I'll do anything to make this right." She yanked her hand back. "You don't get to stay until I decide if forgiveness is even an option." As dawn broke over the quiet street, Rachel found herself suspended between rage and heartbreak. She realized the path forward would demand clarity, strength, and perhaps the impossible, the capacity to forgive. Mia Sinclair and Rachel had been inseparable since age 5, two halves of a single heartbeat. Their friendship ignited over spilled juice boxes in kindergarten, solidified by mutual admiration and late-night giggles beneath glow-in-the-dark stars they taped above their bunk beds. They weathered bullies, shared secrets about adolescent crushes, and promised never to let anything come between them. High school. Shared jersey. They co-captained the soccer team, trading the same number on their jerseys for team photos. Study buddies. From calculus to Shakespeare, they quizzed each other until words and formulae nestled comfortably in their minds. Prom partners. When dates fell through, they took each other, twirling under disco lights, declaring it the best night ever. College adventures. They became roommates in the sprawling dorm on Maple Hall. Mia's creative chaos, paints, canvases, and fashion sketches clashed with Rachel's orderly stacks of nursing textbooks, yet they found balance. Mia added flair to Rachel's dull notes. Rachel lent structure to Mia's creative sprees. They founded a campus group to mentor first-generation students, blending Rachel's empathetic care with Mia's boundless energy. Early adulthood. After graduation, Mia's art exhibits thrived locally. Rachel's nursing career blossomed at the Children's Hospital. Their roles reversed at times, Mia comforting Rachel through tough night shifts, Rachel offering practical advice when Mia struggled with grant applications. Through every triumph and setback, they remained each other's unwavering support. Rachel confided her fears about failing as a wife and eventual mother. Mia revealed her self-doubts about carving a sustainable art career. Their pact, no judgment, only honest counsel and unconditional love. Yet beneath the solidarity lay unspoken tensions. Mia, ever more free-spirited, sometimes envied Rachel's stable marriage and social respectability. Rachel, in turn, envied Mia's creative freedom and bold self-expression. Both suppressed these envy-fueled pangs, convinced that their bond was too sacred to fracture. Rachel's marriage to David Matthews had been the crown jewel of her life. Their courtship at that first gala wedding announced a duo destined for partnership. Early years, date nights at jazz clubs, weekend escapes to coastal cabins, joint volunteering and disaster relief, each experience deepened their bond. Home and hearth. They designed their first home together, a loft with exposed brick, sunlit windows, and a reading nook Rachel filled with children's books. Support system. David routinely dropped by the hospital with fresh fruit and caffeine. Rachel proofread David's architectural proposals, adding a nurse's precision to his designs. But as responsibilities multiplied, Rachel's demanding pediatric schedule, David's firm expansion, intimacy frayed. They transitioned from late dinners to coffee tossed into to-go cups, from whispered endearments to passing smiles. Mia's role. Mia emerged as David's confidant during Rachel's marathon shifts. In Mia's apartment, David found sympathetic ears and undivided attention. Arguments that once resolved quickly now lingered. Rachel noticed recurring cancellations, urgent calls, and Mia's name lighting up his phone screen at odd hours. First cracks, a forgotten anniversary dinner, a text from Mia stashed under David's work papers. I miss you tonight. Late-night gallery visits. Mia and David attended for fun when Rachel couldn't join due to a double shift. Despite these red flags, Rachel clung to hope. Mia's effortless charisma, David's apologetic grin, they reassured her this was temporary, a harmless phase of friendship, until the late-night laughter at Mia's loft proved otherwise. One rainy evening, Rachel arrived early from the hospital, eager to surprise David with homemade soup. The hallway light was off, the door cracked open. She stepped inside to find Mia curled on the couch and David perched close, their conversation too intimate for a mere social call. I didn't expect you, Mia said, voice fluttering. David rose awkwardly. Rachel, you're home early. His tone shifted. She sensed guilt in every syllable. Rachel's stomach churned. She retreated silently, soup forgotten, mind racing. Back in their home, she replayed the scene, choking back tears. She began gathering evidence. Phone records, late-night texts, timestamps matching Mia's responses, digital footprints, photos on Mia's unlocked tablet showing Rachel's kitchen cropped out. Only Mia and David in candid embraces. Eyewitness accounts. The barista at Mia's favorite cafe confirmed David bought a secret coffee date twice in the past week. Each piece piled upon the last, a dam of proof building behind Rachel's trembling restraint. Cornered in their bedroom, David confessed. His tears glistened under the nightstand lamp. It started when you were on nights. Mia listened. She understood me. Mia's message pinged Rachel's phone simultaneously. Mia, I'm sorry, Rachel. I never meant to break our bond. Rachel's knees buckled. Her voice came out in a whisper. You two, together? David and Mia offered parallel apologies, each soaked in remorse, each sounding hollow. Rachel realized she was the pivot around which their deceit had spun. The betrayal stung twice marital and sisterly, a double-edged sword severing every trust. News rippled through their social circle. At the children's hospital, colleagues hushed as Rachel passed. Mia's galleries show lost sponsors. David's firm-faced whispers of scandal. Families and friends chose sides. Some blamed David's weakness. Others excused Mia's loneliness. Rachel's parents demanded divorce. Mia's mother cried in disbelief. Mutual friends ceased invitations or watched from stony silence. Rachel oscillated between plotting revenge, publicly live-streaming the affair, and an aching longing for the comforts she'd lost. Rachel moved out, taking Sunny and her nurse's kits, leaving David and Mia in the stalled echoes of their home. She filed for separation. Mia left town to teach art in the countryside. David entered therapy alone, the weight of his guilt heavy in sterile hotel rooms. Rachel stood at a literal crossroads every morning, her career path or the path of healing. She chose both, focus on her patients and her own recovery. Rachel's healing regimen, therapy with Dr. Elena, Ruiz, weekly sessions unpacking trauma, learning to trust herself. Betrayal, support group, sharing with others who'd walked her path, feeling less alone. Creative outlet, nightly watercolor painting, abstract washes expressing her turmoil. Reconnection, weekend retreats with old college friends who knew her before David and Mia. Slowly, her heart softened. Empathy crept back, first for herself, then toward those who'd hurt her, not to excuse them, but to free her from perpetual rage. Expert Advice Corner, marriage counseling, emotion-focused therapy, EFT, rebuild attachment by identifying emotional triggers and crafting secure bonding moments. Gottman method, use love maps to rediscover partners' inner worlds. Practice repair attempts after conflict. Family and friend therapy. Triadic family therapy include the third party, Mia, in mediated sessions to negotiate new boundaries. Restorative justice circles, each party delivers impact statements. Others respond with accountability and empathy. Self-help strategies, mindfulness and meditation, daily practice to calm rumination, journaling. Prompts, today I felt because, to track progress. Support networks, close friends, mentors, or spiritual groups for ongoing validation. Just as Rachel felt ready to face the world again, she received a legal summons. Notice of intent to auction marital assets. David's attorney had triggered a clause allowing either spouse to call for a divorce auction, their home, shared belongings, and even custody rights up for bid in a public sale. Rachel's breath caught. The final betrayal loomed. In this spectacle, every piece of their life, family heirlooms, wedding gifts, even Sunny's future care, would be pitted for profit. Her phone buzzed with one last message. David, I never wanted this. Please, fight me with compassion, not revenge. Rachel stood at the brink. Ignite the flames of a scorched earth divorce or find an ember of mercy in the ashes. Next up story, divorce auction, where property, pride, and unexpected compassion collide in a bidding war for love's last embers.